Yeah, so do you want to do the opening
Yep.
introduction for that?
Welcome along to our podcast, The Football Referee. Whether you're watching or listening, we hope you find it of interest. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me bruv.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. Got it right this time.
Indeed.
Welcome to the football referee. Yes, so I read something about Oliver Glasner not signing a new contract. Have you seen that?
I saw this last night,
All
actually,
right,
and it seemed to come from, I can't remember the source, but it was on Facebook that I saw it,
right.
and from something about Palace supporters. And it said that Glasner doesn't intend to sign a contract. And that as a result, Palace were looking at somebody whose name I didn't write down, but somebody who's a reasonable prospect or has achieved some things in management, not in this country, I think. But
Yeah.
when I mentioned that to somebody else, they said, "Oh no, this is just another of those stories
All
that." And
right, all
these
right.
stories do surface,
They
and they
do.
turn out to have no foundation at all. And I don't think it will come out this way. I think there would have been an announcement from the chairman, Steve Parish, to say, well,
Mm.
this is the situation. So the fans know what's going on. Yeah, it's true to say, I believe, that he hasn't yet signed a contract, but that doesn't necessarily mean he won't. That said, I think he came 2 years ago in February, I believe.
Mm.
I think that's right. Yeah, it must be 2 years ago in February. And so he tends to only stay at clubs for about 2 years. That's his kind of past record. So the chances are he will be offered a bigger job, bigger club at some point. Then it could be. I don't think it will be this season, but I think it could be next summer,
Mm.
which would be a shame because he's done some great things at Palace. But yeah, there's lots of these kind of I suppose we'd have to call them fake news. These
Yeah.
things that come out, and on the surface, it looks, oh well, that's obviously true, but when you sort of do a little bit of digging, it tends not to be.
Mm.
So I'm not sweating too much on that story that I read.
All right. Well, that's good. That is good. So you lost the game, 3-0. What happened there? I was really rooting for Palace. I
Yeah,
was just like, this is not Palace. Was that to City you lost? Did you lose to
Manchester City. Yeah,
Manchester
yeah.
City? Yeah. Um, I don't know what happened there. What happened?
No, I mean, obviously, I was at the game. I always am.
Yeah.
Very disappointing because I think before there were any goals, we missed a couple of very good chances. I mean, one there was I don't know whether you watched it, but there was a superb through ball from Adam Walton to
Mm.
Pino, who's
Oh
really
yeah.
improving with every game. Young Jeremy or
Yeah.
Jeremy Pino, and he had a great shot. He really had the goal at his mercy. I mean, the goalkeeper was there, but it was a beautiful pass that put him ahead of the defenders, and he
Yeah.
thumped it, and it hit the bar.
I
And
know.
I could see, you see Oliver Glasner. He was, oh no, how could he miss that? And we had a couple more very good chances, which at the moment, really for the last few matches, the forwards or anybody else are just not taking those chances. And if we did, I think it may have an impact on the points we've got. We could be sort of 7 or 8 points better off if we'd taken chances
Yeah.
against, for example, in the game against Everton a couple of months ago, whenever. We should never have lost that game. We missed chance after game. We missed chance after chance.
Mm.
So obviously it's something that the team, that the coaches work on in their training. They train, they're very fit players, but it is a worry every game. I mean, even we beat Fulham the previous weekend,
Mm.
and we still missed chances there, even though we did win. So it is a worry. I mean, someone said to me the other day, oh, because it's a friend of mine, and he said, oh yeah, I watch Palace when they come on the television and that, and he's been occasionally come along to Palace to
Yeah.
watch them, and he said, I don't really think Mateta is that good a player. And I said,
Mm.
well, at the moment, you're right. He's not. He's not what he was going back 2 or 3 months.
Mm.
I mean, I suppose that goes back to the beginning of the season, but last season and early this, he was quite a lethal striker. I mean, he still is our top scorer this season. He
Mm.
has scored a few goals, but
Yes.
he's not. His confidence is very low. I think that's what it comes down
Mm.
to, because he gets a chance and he either passes it when he should shoot, or he shoots and fluffs it. So I think, like many players, many strikers, he's going through a bit of a downtime. So I think he is a good player. He's got into the French national team. He
Mm.
scored on his debut there a few weeks ago for France.
Mm.
So I think he's a good player, but I think he's just going through downtime. And sadly, that is affecting certainly the forward line of our team, because we're not
Mm.
scoring those chances we should. And if we did, it probably would impact on bad results. I don't
Mm.
really think that we were 3-0 losers. It was 3-0, but I think the
Mm.
last one was a penalty. Probably a fair result might have been 2-1 to Manchester City. There's no shame in losing to Man City. Let's face it,
No,
they're a very good
no.
team. They got some great youngsters coming through as well. So there's no shame. And of course, we did win the previous week against Fulham
Yeah.
and against Burnley. So 2 away games in the Premier League victories took the heat off of losing to Manchester City. And at the moment, Palace is still fifth. And I think there's 4 teams now on 26 points. Palace are the top of those 4 teams in fifth
Mm.
position. The fifth team, 1 goal difference less, is a certain Manchester United, so they've
Yeah.
got 26 as well. If they
Yeah.
won the other night, they would have gone above Palace, but we may talk about that game against Bournemouth, because that was quite a spectacle to watch. I don't
It
know whether you
was.
saw it.
It was. Yeah. I did
What an
see it.
unusual score.
I
4-4. What a
know.
game it was.
Yeah.
Incredible game to watch. So
Yeah.
yeah, so Palace are not, they're in a good position. But as we often say, I mean, my boy Paul, he does a podcast most weeks. They do it every week, but he's not always on it. So
Mm.
they do that, and he did it Monday night. Monday night, about the game on Sunday. And they express on there. There's 4 or 5 of them, and they express this frustration.